Personal injury attorney Stewart Vance from the Vance Law Firm is in the studio with us this morning, waiting to answer your legal questions right here on the air. Again, that number to call is 334-420-9732. Stewart, a lot of folks like to use those ride-sharing services.
Right.
If they are in one, say an Uber, and they are involved in an accident, what do they do?
The same thing we always talk about is, get the proper information, take photographs, but that's a great issue because it deals with the types of insurance. The ride sharing, if your insurance company finds out that you're sharing rides, you don't have the proper insurance, they're going to deny the claim, because if you're now in commerce, you're now making money, and that's probably not what you told them when you bought the insurance. So be careful about that. If you're riding those rides, you may want to make sure before you get in one that you can't make them prove you got insurance when you get in. You could ask them, but make sure you have proper insurance. It goes back to the uninsured, underinsured motorist coverage we talk about all the time, that if you're in an accident like that, say you're a passenger in a rideshare or an Uber, and they don't have the proper insurance, then your insurance will follow you even though you're not in your own vehicle. If your vehicle is broken or in the shop, it's at home, that coverage still follows you if someone doesn't have the proper coverage they should have, and now it falls on you.
If you decide you want to drive for one of these ride-sharing companies, do you need to look at your insurance and make sure that you have the proper coverage?
Yes, I'm not going to say that nobody always does what they should do, but they require that, but sometimes they let people drive that they don't have the proper insurance. But yes, if you're going to do it, you should make sure you have the proper coverage, because, people ask all the time, can't we sue them directly? Yeah, you can. And just because we might not sue an individual because they don't have any insurance, some people may sue you and put you through a lot of trouble that you could eliminate right out of the gate if you had the proper insurance. Meaning, if you're going to take on that responsibility to drive, you didn't get the proper insurance, it doesn't mean somebody else isn't going to sue you personally and come after you and bring you to court and put you through the ringer. You could avoid all that if you had the proper insurance to begin with.
This is the time of year where folks like to host a lot of holiday parties, have a lot of people coming into their homes. Sometimes alcohol is involved. Injuries can happen. Do homeowners need to look at their policies and make sure they are covered if an accident happens at their home during one of these parties? Yes,
they should. We had this conversation at the office the other day in one of our lawyer meetings about holiday parties. A business host, renting out a facility in town and hosting a Christmas party, say, and providing alcohol. Does the restaurant that serves alcohol, does their policy cover it? Yes, it should. It's a dram shop, not to get in the weeds, but if someone is overserved by a facility that's serving alcohol, that facility, that restaurant could be held liable. But if you've rented it out and now you're providing the alcohol, you too could be held responsible. It goes back to the same thing. If you're having a Christmas party at your house with your neighbors, family, friends, whomever it is, and you're serving alcohol, you could open yourself up to that. So you've taken on the responsibility of serving it. You also need to take on the responsibility of monitoring it. If there's some kids that came over with their parents and they're in the back, sneaking alcohol and getting intoxicated and go out and cause an accident, yeah, it could come back on you. So you just need to be cautious, and that takes care of a lot of its own if you'll just be aware and ask questions. Your homeowner's policy is going to cover you for anything basic like that. You can have people over the holidays and don't freak out, oh my God, they're going to sue me. But if you're going to do something out of the ordinary, be aware of that. If you're going to charge people to come to your house and consume alcohol, yes, you are raising the bar on what you could be responsible for if something were to happen. If you just have friends over from the neighborhood and the Christmas party this year is at your house, in our neighborhood we go from house to house and have different, like, appetizer here and then this meal here and then dessert over here, coffee over here, that kind of stuff. If someone has alcohol at each of those places, that they don't need to sweat their insurance policy, but be aware of what you got, how many people you got coming.
Here at the end of the year is a good time to kind of reflect and look at those policies anyway.
It is. Yeah, I said we're a free call. We don't sell insurance, but we're a big believer in having the proper insurance. If you want to ask us if we think you have the right insurance, happy to look at it, tell you exactly what it is, because a lot of times people buy insurance, they get the policy, and they really don't know what they've got. And I don't say that judgmental, because for years before I went to law school and did this kind of work, okay, yeah, I have insurance, I bought it, and I thought I had the right thing. There's so many parts of a basic policy that you probably aren't aware of, but we're happy to go through that and answer those questions. Just call us anytime.
Yeah, a call is free,
Absolutely it is, yes.
but it could save you a lot in the long run.
That's exactly right.
If folks didn't get a chance to call today and they want to ask you a question, what's the best way to do
Yes,
that?
Sal, it's as easy as dialing 3 from me, 333-3333, thevancelawfirm.com or WSFA.com. Send your question in online. We'll try to get to it on Thursdays.
Stewart, thanks for joining us.
Good
Have a
to see
happy
you.
holiday
Merry
season.
Christmas to you.